Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for January 2022. It is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we are going to get into your current energy, the near future, what you don't see coming, and then what Spirit wants you to focus on for this month. And then we'll take a peek at your person's energy and your energy and see what's going on there. So if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you guys for all of your support. It's been an amazing 2021, and I can't thank you guys enough for being here with me. And if you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I am available for personal readings if you'd like one of those. The information is in the description box below or in my About section. All right, so let's get into it and see what's going on with you guys. We're going to do 3. All right, this one wanted to stay. So in your current energy, there's the 6 of Pentacles. You're finding balance in something in your life. So I think it's looking to experience things, some new things. There's also an energy of someone who wants to come in and possibly apologize. Now, then the Magician is in the upright. So in the near future, you have the World with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Swords. There's something that you've made your mind up about, and the change is happening. We're always going through changes. So when the World card comes in, it is about closing out a cycle. So it could be a long cycle, a short cycle, just something that you maybe were going back and forth about and you couldn't make a decision. It seems like you weren't really sure which way to go, but I feel like you're going to make a clear decision in the near future about it. So let's get into what you don't see coming. The 4 of Swords, the Fool in reverse, and the Death in reverse. Okay. And then what Spirit wants you to focus on is the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Cups in reverse. So the overall energy is the 5 of Pentacles. You could have very well just decided that you needed to walk away from something that you'd been holding on to for quite some time. The 4 of Pentacles does mean that we hold on tightly. It could be that there's a sense of trying, I want to, I've held tight. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, whatever it is. It feels like you decided that you were going to let loose of some things and just allow yourself to take with you what you've learned from whatever that situation was and value that and know that it happened to you for a reason. Let's see what this incident is, because right now I think you're kind of staying to yourself. And maybe you just don't feel like sharing a lot of your energy with other people. That's a sense I'm getting from this 4 of Pentacles. It's like I've got balance, because he's balancing that coin on his head. I've got my 2 feet on the ground and I'm holding one in my hand. So I'm pretty good here. It does feel a little bit like a defensive energy too. So it could just be like, this is who I am, and I'm not allowing anybody to tell me any different. There's a lot of different messages that seem to want to pop up through that. So do take what resonates. With the 2 of Swords, where you may have felt like you were stuck in the past, I don't think you are. But there is a part of you that feels a little bit like standoffish right now. And that's okay. Maybe it was just a really exhausting year and you were like, I just can't take it right now. I've had to walk away from some pretty significant things in my life, and I just kind of want to hold back right now. I don't necessarily want to make a precise decision at this moment. Now, it does say in the near future you're going to. The Page of Swords says there's some kind of, I feel like there's a message that's going to be coming towards you. Maybe that's what helps in the future, helps you make the decision that you need to make. So let's see. Now, you've already walked away from something, and there could be something new, a new opportunity coming towards you, something that you don't expect. I do think that's what Spirit's going to want you to focus on. So in the current energy with the 6 of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, whoever this person is has been trying to work up the nerve to come in and tell you that they really want to work things out. They want to balance things out. So if you did walk away from a relationship, this person feels like they have a lot of love. They could be a little bit immature, but I feel like they're trying really hard to just find a way to explain that they know that there wasn't balance prior to, and they want to bring that back into the situation. So they want fairness there. And I think they're going to explain to you why they were feeling or acting or doing something that they were doing that created the push for you to walk away. And then the magician is telling me that I really feel this is the other person's energy. Maybe at times they were focused on all of the things that they wanted to create, and they weren't as focused on giving into the relationship. That could be for some of you. We'll clarify that in just a moment. So in the near future with the World, the Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords, I think you're being asked, like I said before, to make a choice, because this is going to determine how things are going to look moving forward. So do you want to close this cycle out, or do you want to repeat it? If you feel like this is going to be a repeat situation, this is Spirit saying you have a choice. So was there lessons, or was this a relationship that could actually be worked on and mended? It's going to be different for all of you. If it's not something that you feel like can be mended, and you're feeling a little defensive and you're wanting to hold your energy back and not really give at this point, that could be telling you in your gut, like, this is just not right for me anymore. I'm changing and I just can't take this particular energy with me. Friend, relationship, work situation, whatever it may be. At times I think you hold back and you don't speak your truth. And I think Spirit's trying to indicate to you that that's not going to work anymore. You know, you want to close out a cycle of holding back or withdrawing and not speaking your truth. The biggest fear we have when we think about speaking up to a situation is fear of loss. And that is what I call the worst thing you could do to yourself. The best thing you can do is learn walk away power. Because if you have that, then no matter how much you love something, if it doesn't work for you and it doesn't make you feel good, then you know that you can walk away and you won't stay attached to it. All of us have emotions around things that are difficult that we don't want to necessarily let out of our lives. And it can be really painful to do so. But I think Spirit's pushing you right now to say you've got to close this out if it's not working for you. It's not going to be good if you don't speak your truth to people. Okay, so what you don't see coming is the Four of Swords in reverse with the Fool and the Death in reverse. This is that massive change that will have already happened once you do get to the other side of it. So what you don't see coming is this will all be resolved. It will take care of itself if you make the choice to do what feels best to you. So it's going to be one or the other. If you stay, I feel like some of those lessons are going to be repeated, and that will not close out for you. And for others of you, if you decide to move on, something bigger and better will come into your life down the line. But at this point, I still feel like there's a part of you that wants to hold back and not necessarily open yourself up. All right, so I'll clarify that as well. And then what Spirit wants you to focus on: Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. So being less attached emotionally to things is not such a bad idea. At this time, I think it's going to be important for you to look at it from what's going to create the most stability for me. So if a relationship, a friendship, anything that was going on in your life was creating that feeling like I just don't feel balanced and I need to do something to change this because I want to feel a certain way, that's what Spirit wants you to focus on, because there's this opportunity for you to really succeed at closing out this chapter of your life. And that does bring a lot of great things to you. It does help you feel like no matter what, you can stand on your own 2 feet. Doesn't mean that you're relying on somebody or you were before, but having that feeling of it doesn't matter what happens in my life, I've got me. Spirit's like, yeah, because that's when more opportunities open up to you, especially if you clear your energy of things that seem to be bringing you down or causing, I just heard depression. You don't want to cut yourself off completely emotionally, but you just may not be emotionally open. And Spirit's like, that's okay. It's okay. If that's what you need to focus on and you need to pull back your emotions a bit and just be a little bit more grounded, that's going to help bring in some new things for you and open up opportunities for you in this new stage of your life. Okay. So, yes, that little vine wants to get in my way. All right, we're going to clarify the Six of Pentacles with the Page of Cups. So who is this energy that wants to come in and try to clear things up with you? So we have the King of Swords. Somebody's coming in to tell you the truth. If they come across sometimes emotionally immature, I don't think that they are confused about what they want. So for some of you, this is going to be someone who comes in and just says, look, this is where I stand. This is what I want to create. And I'm trying to manifest this into my life. I just feel like it's another person's energy. I don't think it's yours. This may also be a boss I just heard that could come in and say, hey, listen, sorry, things haven't been what you had hoped. I need to express to you what's going on. And you may decide at that point that you just can't deal with whatever was not making you happy, even if they try to create circumstances that make you feel more balanced. I just think you're going to decide probably to walk away from it. That was the overall energy. So the Page of Cups with the Magician. There's the Ace of Pentacles, and then a new opportunity shows up for you. Or they may come in and say, hey, there's a new opportunity here for you to advance yourself. And that may have been something that you were hoping to manifest. Now, as far as a person that might be on a romantic level, I do think that person wants the same thing. I think they want to create some kind of new beginning with you, because the aces are about that. And yes, it's about around stability. It's not, look, there's emotions involved with relationships. We know that. But in this case, it's like, this is a stable offer. This is wanting the stability. Whether you want that or not, or it can be possible with this person, it's going to be up to you. That's a choice you're going to have to make. And it could be a tough one, because you may really think that this is possible. Maybe you've been manifesting it as well and hoping this person's going to say, hey, listen, I really did things the wrong way. And I just want to let you know that I want to create balance. It is possible. Some of you, that's going to be okay. And that'll start a new chapter for you in that particular situation. Others of you, it's going to start a new scenario for you in your work life. All right, so let's look at the World with the Two of Pentacles. The Seven of Cups, it gives you more options. Now, at times this can create some confusion because you're not sure which direction to go. With the Two of Swords that we saw in the beginning, she's kind of undecided. She doesn't really know. She almost feels stuck. But I feel like this is two different energies. It's saying you're going to have choices and other opportunities that are going to come up in love, especially if you choose to walk away from this. We always do. You know, the one door closes and a window opens or another door opens is the truth. It will happen. So I think this is going to be a tough decision for some of you. Do you want to try to mend this? Can it be a new time in your relationship, or do you decide to close the door and walk away? All right, let's look at the Two of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. The Seven of Wands, that's learning energy. He's standing there knowing who he is and saying, I'm not going to allow things to continue to confuse me. I need to make a decision. Yes, that's fantastic. I'm making these choices in my life. So part of you may feel a little defensive when, it may confuse other people, what choices you're making for yourself, but it's not up to them. It's up to you. So those wands are coming at him and he's like, no, I'm standing my ground. I have to make this choice for me because I want something new in my life. I know that there's a cycle that needs to be shut down because I can't keep doing the same thing. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result is crazy making. So I think that's where you're at. You just don't want to be in a place of confusion. You don't want to. You know there's other opportunities there and you're going to defend your choices. Now, also defending yourself when it comes to maybe not speaking up in the past. And I think that's also what's going to shift, is you're going to have the ability to speak up in areas where maybe you hadn't. All right, let's look at the the Four of Swords with the Fool in reverse. The Three of Swords. So remember I said you don't see what's coming. This is one of those things where if you've dealt with somebody who's put you in third-party situations and they're coming back and they're trying to lay it out like this is going to be a beautiful situation. I've changed. I've done this. I've done that. Spirit's like, it could still be that they're in that position. So be cautious, because it will not go through. You will not go through the transformation that you're hoping. That's only for some of you. Others of you, it may work. I don't think you want to take that chance. The Fool in reverse with the Death, and then the Ten of Swords. It's going to be painful if you do choose. For those of you that feel this in your gut, you know what I'm talking about. People like that in your life show up to teach you how to love yourself. And that's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. If you just want to look at things from a human perspective, this person's going to hurt you again. And I don't think you want to keep doing this. I don't think you want to be on that Ferris wheel of pain and confusion and hurt. All right, I'm going to cut these one more time and then we'll see. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, then you have the Hanged Man. So you may feel a little bit stuck or stagnant, or you did, but that energy is starting to move. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, it just says it's going to be getting you out of any kind of a stuck energy. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles with the King of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Cups. Great. So these two energies together right there say you're holding back and not necessarily looking at this from an emotional place. The Eight of Cups is walking away from those types of things that hold you back emotionally, and looking forward to the future. Like, it's okay. It's okay to have had some things fall apart. I'm still standing. I know that I have the ability to love again, or to feel again, or to be excited about a new opportunity with work again and love what I do. If I make this change, as scary as it is, he's looking up at the sky, like he trusts that he's protected. So believing that if you leave these things behind and you don't focus so much on the emotional aspect of it, definitely feel your feelings, no doubt, but not letting it weigh you down to the point where you can't make decisions that are actually going to be better for you. It's hard for people who aren't necessarily psychic to see what their future's going to look like. You have to trust. And that's why your intuition's been worked on so much over the last probably couple of years for some of you. For others of you, it could just be more recent and you're just starting to get into watching tarot readings. It's going to help you guide yourself instead of living in fear. It's going to open you up to, it's okay, I'm going to be all right. I don't have to be as stressed out or emotional about things. They will change, and they will change for the better if I allow this shift to happen. Okay, I'm going to pick these up and then we will get into the person that's on your mind. So hang on one second. And then we'll see what card wants to sit on the top. Yes, this is the primary focus in January is really going to be about, what do you want? She's looking down at her pentacle. It's almost like she's questioning herself. Where do I want to be? How do I want to create this kind of life for myself? What do I want for me alone, separate from other people? Masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. She just really wants to make sure that she has her own first. And that could be what you're focused on, is that you want to make sure you have your stability first before you give of yourself into a relationship, or fully give yourself. Some of you could be married and just deciding you want to be independent of your partner in that way. And that's why the rebalancing has to happen. There's a lot of different messages in this, so please take what resonates for you. Okay, let's look at your energy and your person's energy and see what's going on. This is for Virgo. Okay, we're only going to cut in half. So your person's energy is the Ace of Cups. Somebody's lost faith in a new beginning. If this is the person that's coming back to you, I think they're a little afraid to do so. They're afraid that maybe they've lost, they have insecurities. Okay, this person's definitely having a difficult time working up the nerve to come and tell you, yep, there's that third party situation I was sensing. I think they're just someone who doesn't know themselves very well. There's a lot of feelings of, I do this because I don't know who I am. I don't really know how to be in love or in a relationship. So your energy is the Knight of Swords, the Three of Swords in reverse, trying to get over it. Look at that. Get it through. The Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords is here again. So this must be similar to the main reading where it's saying that you were trying to get over all the hurt and pain, and maybe you just want, I'm going to say what I feel, maybe you just want the last word. And you need to get in there and tell this person, like, it's not my problem that you have insecurities and you need so many other people's attention. That's what it feels like. To me, there's a part of you that's beyond being the wounded warrior. It's like you've healed yourself to the point where what other people feel and project onto you isn't going to affect you the same way. There's something that I feel you need to say to this person. If you don't want to, that's okay. But it looks like you want to go towards them. And I do feel like it's somebody who wants to give someone a piece of their mind. Whether you end up working that out or not is going to be up to you, and which scenario we talked about in the main reading that makes sense. All right, so let's see what the romance angels have for you. Okay, so it says, calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Now, this could be the case. And maybe this person just needed to find a way to work on themselves, but they've got to deal with their stuff before you can actually have a real relationship with them. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And then retreat was upside down. It's time to disconnect from the world. Maybe you just feel like, I'm going to leave it upside down. You just feel like you're done retreating. You've retreated enough and you want to get going with life. And if this person isn't on board and they don't want to get their shit together, that's their problem. And then true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Okay. If this is how you feel about this person, I would hope that you would make sure that they're not playing these games. They're not in that position still. They may not be ready and open to the idea of starting something new. So just be prepared for that if you're interested in, going towards them and saying how you feel. Now, the last card is very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Absolutely. It doesn't have to come to you. You can go towards it. But you got to make a decision about what you want and what to expect when you approach this person or this situation. All right. I forgot to get advice for Capricorn. Let's get some advice. This is for Virgo. What's the advice? Page of Swords. Yep, that's be clear about what you want to say. I feel like this is get the message across because there's a part of you that hasn't made that decision. It's going to be time to make it and speak up. Four of Pentacles. Be sure you hold tight to what you believe in, the things that matter to you. And then the Five of Pentacles came out again to say, if you choose, maybe you don't want to walk away from it right now, but you need to make a decision about that because the time has come. There's a choice that's really difficult. So a lot of the cards that were in the main, even though I shuffled, are coming back out just to let you know that, yeah, if you decide you want to walk away, walk away. And if that's a tough decision for you, I completely understand. Now, if they're a good person and you feel like they just had some things they needed to work on, great. But you'll know that if you go in and seek what you're looking for. Let's get the Lover's Oracle. This is for Virgo. All right, let's see what this card says. It says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. That's beautiful. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Remember I said you were going to kind of pull back emotionally? That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes when we're feeling all those heavy emotions, we can't think clearly. So I think that's what's important. If there is something that happened and you still have resentment towards this person, it's going to be tough. But if you just want to go in and get the last word, by all means. And then we have forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think and dream and imagine. It's saying exactly what we're talking about. So if there was something that went awry and you can let go of whatever that may have been, it didn't necessarily have to be a third party. It could have just been something they did that hurt you. They may be a little bit closed off, but here happy came across. And that's about a happy relationship. So it's one way or the other. Some of you, yes. Some of you, no. Some just want to get the last words. Others of you really want to see if this can work. All right. And then we have fork in the road. There you go. There's that indecision. Boy, January is going to be a tough one. It's going to force you to make some choices that maybe you've been putting off. And then we have community. This is surrounding yourself by people who truly value you and love you. It's going to be important, especially when you have tough decisions to make. And then we have exchanging gifts. So the gift to yourself is allowing things to come to an end that need to come to an end. I do think that you might get what you're looking for if you seek some kind of information. I don't believe in closure. I know a lot of people do. Don't yell at me for saying that. I think it's an illusion. We get closure within. Someone is not going to give you, anytime you're seeking something from outside of you, it's never going to give you what you're looking for. It really isn't. Is there ever really a good answer as to why somebody does something? You just have to be, in a sense, okay with what happened and maybe open yourself up to understanding why it may have happened, because it was teaching you something really valuable. And then we have a change in the wind. So something's shifting in you. That's that big change that I keep feeling that's happening. Something's shifting significantly in your life. And it could have been that you just decided that this year, that's it. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm cleaning up my side of the street. I'm taking care of myself. These both reduced to 3, which is unusual. And then we have a leg up because you know that. If you're not happy in your current circumstances, you've got what it takes to go out there and figure things out for yourself. 333 is a great number. You probably see that fairly often. We have 9s could be significant. You could be born on the 8th, the 9th, or, numbers are significant. Just know that. 333 is going to be big for you in the month of January, so pay attention to your thoughts when you see that number. All right, guys, thank you so much for all of your support. I hope this helped. If you'd like a personal reading, that's in the description box below, as I said before, or in my About section. And I hope you guys have an amazing month. I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Take care.